You've had the opportunities to be 2 seed and go to Final Four, 7 seed, go to a Final Four. That's what a lot of people love about the tournament, is that it's open really for anyone to make a run. And so what else too, other than having consistency out of AJ and Malik, makes you feel that this team is ready for, or could make a run?
You know, over the years, as you said, we have done it from different, and that gives me confidence. Unfortunately, those guys might not have been there then, so they have to trust and believe in me or in my staff who have gone through it. But kids have a tendency, and players and all people have a tendency, unless they've gone through it themselves, they don't have the same feel. I look at what we've done defensively most of this year. It's been good enough. I look at what we've done offensively this last month. It's been great. If somehow I can put the two together, that's how you make long runs. We've kind of navigated through some different things in a very tough conference. And for the most part, you look at that game at Iowa, and it was an outlier. That might not ever happen again if my team wasn't even on the court. I'm not sure they'd make some of those shots.
Right.
And they did, and that's what happened. So learning from those things and doing a better job. And in that game, there were some things I wasn't happy with my team against Ohio State. There were some things I wasn't happy with me and my staff at Iowa. So that got addressed early the next morning. And so it's the same, like an AJ will think, or you might think, or somebody else might think I'm hard on them. You should see how I am on myself. And that Sunday after the Iowa game, not a good day. Wasn't upset with one player. I was upset with me. Didn't get through to things that I needed to get through to, whether we're doubling down, whether we're not, what we're doing. Didn't handle those things very well. And so that was addressed the next day. So, anybody that thinks the coach is perfect, there's not one that's ever has been or never will be. And the same with players. But do you address the things that you didn't do well as a player or as a coach? Well, that's what I'm trying to do here.
This matchup is exciting for a lot of reasons, just because it's sort of a prelude to what's to come in the future from a conference standpoint. Why do you think that this is a good first round matchup for not only that reason, but just facing USC in general and West Coast team coming in and the allure from that standpoint?
I'm really concerned for Magic Johnson, because I know he's going to have a lot of bets out there. I want to make sure he makes money, doesn't lose money. So now that it's legal, I know he's going to have a whole slew of them. I was on with Keyshawn Johnson this morning, and he's a big USC guy. So I'm sure Urban, I'm a little worried about right now. But why I think it's going to be good is, first of all, 2 big names. The other thing is the conference that's going to be here in a year or 2. That's something intriguing, something for media to talk about, fans to talk about at the water cooler out in LA or in East Lansing or wherever we are. But I think, it's a weird matchup. They're a different team than we are. They're a different team than most we've played. What they are is they're very good defensively. And I don't think people give them enough credit for that, but they're big, but they don't have a dominant center. And that's been something that's hurt us a little bit this year. And so if we play the defense I think we can, and we get back to moving the ball offensively, and in other words, things we've already done, we've got to do them on a consistent level, then I feel good about this matchup. I really don't care about the USC coming into the Big Ten in a year. I'm going to do like my kids do, my own 2 kids. They live in the moment now. They don't live in the past. They don't live in the future. They live in the moment. I'm living in the moment.
I'm glad you brought up Magic, because you also mentioned how Drew Peterson has some Larry Bird type qualities, you feel.
Well, he has the ability to, at 6'9", to shoot it and to pass it. And he's maybe even a better passer than he is a shooter. And I've been very impressed with him.
Well, have fun in this most recent run in March.
You know what? I hope all the people out there enjoy it. This team is is maybe not your typical Michigan State team, but for the most part, a pretty connected team it's been, and for the most part, a fun team to coach. If we ever, as we get healthier and if we get Malik back, I think this team could make a run. That's what it's all about. Unfortunately, as we're learning, the seeds don't matter anymore. The games matter, and you're good enough to make a run, and you're good enough to get beat the first game, and that's the challenge. So we'll see if we can do that, and maybe if we move on, we'll have another show.
I know. That's the benefit of it.
That's the goal.
I know that's all you're looking forward to is another show.
The only thing I'm looking forward to.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.